Hey everybody, welcome back to rccar. As you can see, I've got one heck of a mess going on right here. I'm in the process of rebuilding this Techno SL. I've got it all apart and I've just rebuilt the center diff on it. Got it all cleaned up, and it's got two bearings, one on this end and one on this end here. I've already cleaned this one up here, but if you don't know, you can clean bearings. So this one is very dirty. Hopefully it'll focus there. It's extremely dirty. It's very gritty if you spin it. And so instead of putting a new one in there, I'm going to clean this one. So I don't know if you guys have ever cleaned a bearing or not, but it's not too difficult. Some people may not even know that you can actually do this. Now these have the little black part on the bearing here is just a shield, so those can be pulled off with just a razor. So what I do is I go automotive on it. I pull them off of there, the shields, then I actually spray them down with brake cleaner, and I put some grease in there, just a little bit of grease in there to keep them lubed up. That way they spin freely and I get more life out of them. So I'll show you how I do that. So first off, I'll take this bearing over here. I'll put it on a clean surface here so we can take a look at it. And what you're going to need is you're going to need an X-Acto knife. You're going to need some grease. It doesn't necessarily have to be wheel bearing grease, but I use this. Seems to work well. You can use any type of grease, but make sure it's thick and it's not real liquidy. I mean, you wouldn't want to use like a diff oil or something in it. You want to use something that's kind of sticky. The next thing you're going to need is some brake cleaner. So first off, you just want to pry this gasket off, this little shield, from the center or from the edge. Try and be careful not to cut it. Some of them can be kind of stubborn. Sometimes working from the center works better, sometimes working from the edge works better. Okay, you see that's coming up now, that little shield. Okay, so I've got that apart. It's very, very dirty on the inside. Now there is a shield on the other side, and you can take that one off as well and clean the entire bearing off. Sometimes you can get away with just one and then cleaning it out, but this one's so dirty I think I'm going to go ahead and take both of them off. Okay, I've got those both off there. I'm going to go ahead and take this and get automotive with it with some brake cleaner. All right, we're going to try a different view here. So you're viewing it from above here. All right, so I got my brake cleaner. I'm going to go ahead and just spray inside of that bearing. You can see all the dirt. Maybe you can't, but there's a lot of dirt coming out of there. I'll spray on the other side there. And then I'll just test it to see if I feel any more grittiness. It's starting to feel really good. I don't feel any grittiness in there, so I'll go ahead and give it a couple more squirts. All right, I don't see any dirt coming out of it, so that bearing is clean. Okay, what I'd like to do now is take and clean these shields up a little bit because they're very dirty. You can see all the dirt that's on the white piece of paper here, so I'm gonna clean those up and get all that dirt off of there. You can take brake cleaner to them if you want to. I don't find that's necessary, but just get all that dirt off of there that you can. I've not tried this on some of these bearings. These have plastic shields on them. Some of them have metal shields on them, and I don't know anything about ceramic bearings, so I don't know if this method will work on those or not. But all the cars I run basically have these type of bearings, these plastic shields on them, so it works fine with those. Actually, brake cleaner might have been the way to go on this. All right, so those are both nice and clean. I'm going to go ahead and put some grease inside of my bearing. Before I put grease in, I'm going to go ahead and blow that out to make sure that there's not any leftover brake cleaner in there. Okay, nice and clean. Now what I like to do is take my X-Acto knife here and just kind of push that in. And you're not packing a wheel bearing on a car or something like that, so just enough grease in there to lube up those bearings that are inside of there. That's probably plenty. Okay. All right, now I'll go ahead and take those shields, and they should just pop right on there. Okay, once you got the shields on there, I clean them. I clean all the grease off of these. This is going to go in the center diff, so I don't want it to be attracting a lot of dirt and destroying the bearing. So I get them nice and clean. That spins really, really nice. So guys, that's done. That bearing's done. And as I rebuild this car, I will check all the other bearings, and if they need rebuilt, I'll just go ahead and do that. And sometimes you get a bearing that it's just completely shot inside. No matter what you do, they don't feel smooth. That means the balls that are in there are shot. So if you run into that, basically get you a new bearing. They're not that expensive, but instead of buying all new bearings, I kind of rebuild them like this if I need to. So anyway, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate you watching. If you guys have done this before, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys.